I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Lobster? Batman has successfully built an empire. I'm not going to dick around with this. We're just going to raw dog it and get right in. 3 beers left in the house, so this is going to have to maintain. Let's get it. John Cole, Lobster, Red Screen. What's up?
All right, folks, welcome to Batman Radio. All right.
Fuck yeah,
So,
Grandma.
I don't know, man.
2 a.m.
Things are
Brownsville.
generally looking up a little bit. It seems like things are generally looking pretty good. Um, you know, and that's my whole thing. It's just like when 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 I'm able to just be in my lane and just do me, you know what I mean? And I'm able to stay to myself and keep on pushing forward. I'm always successful, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been successful my entire life. You know what I mean? The one thing I know how to do is succeed, man, and I know how to keep pushing. You know what I mean? Like I said, what I've accomplished here, nobody's ever done in the history of time and the history of man. You understand? Like I said, it's time to go ahead and give credit where credit's due, little homies. That's what time is for. See what I'm saying? Joker video came out today. It already explained everything that, as usual, I got like a sixth sense and I'm already way ahead of everybody. I'm a million steps ahead of all my so called enemies, anybody, right? And it was talking about how I'm in the number one
Lobster, you
spot.
ornery.
I'm
Y'all
used to
crusty
being in the
first.
number one spot. I'm in the number one spot. I'm topping charts. That's what I'm doing on here. Actively. I'm topping charts. I make the most money out of all y'all. I get the most views. Like I said, you can't talk any other way outside of just basic reality. Let's talk about it.
I need to smoke some pot.
I make more money than all y'all, right? Like, I literally get the most views on this platform. Nobody comes close to doing my numbers. That's all that matters. You know, like I said, folks wanted to pretend they could compete, they couldn't. If you come to compete, step up and compete. If you can't compete, well, then you're going to have to just sit on the sidelines and watch me win. You feel me? But people come to see me. People come to hear me speak. People come to listen to me. People know that I know what I'm talking about. People know that I'm a natural born leader. People know that I didn't just get on here and start fronting and talking and not making sense or talking above my means or just making crazy claims or saying things that I couldn't back up or writing checks that I couldn't cash. That's not me and never been me. You understand? Everything that I'm talking, I've proven light years ago. You understand? And it said the truth in that Joker video, man. It said you're in the number one spot. And it said, you know, most people, like I said, they would get to celebrate in the number one spot. And this is what I keep trying to explain to y'all is like when you truly in the number one spot, like you the number one top dog, the Don Dada of them all in the world, in life, in reality, period. And as far as being a gangster and being the actual mob and that's the thing, like I didn't ask for any of this. It's like Achilles said, like I was just born and this is what I am. That's the truth. I didn't ask for any of this, man. I was born into this, bro. I was born into
Shit.
this, and like I said, I just became the man that I'm intended to be. If there's a lot of hoopla and uproar about that,
Somebody who
cool. I mean, more power to people. But I mean, this is a concept that's been going on for decades and decades and decades, man. People is focused on the real dude, the real gangster. It's how it's always been, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just different here because the way that I've done it is like I'm a perfectionist. So I've done it on a different level really than anybody, mostly because of my intellect. If you listen to me, you'll notice I'm always honest. I always talk from an honest, truthful place. I speak from my heart and I explain to people what it really is. But the point is, what the Joker video was saying is, nah, it's not. My success is different. Most people, they think they succeed in something. Nobody succeeded at this level. None of y'all did what I did. That's what y'all don't get. Like, this was the thing. I had folks fronting from every direction. I had people throw in their 2 cents and say all sorts of things that weren't true, that weren't positive, mostly behind my back. Like I said, I continue to be about my respect. You understand? And it's an amazing thing because a lot of people will pretend and act like they about that and moving like that, but they really aren't. I proved that I really move like that. We build an environment based off of respect. I'm a man. That's all this about. I'm a man's man. I'm a man just like my father was, and just like my father taught me to be. I'm an actual whole man. So it's different. It's way different. Men, men get out of character sometimes. Men lose their temper. Sometimes men can't control their emotions. Sometimes they don't need to. Sometimes there just needs to be an appropriate, valid response to things. And sometimes, a lot of times, that's really what it is right now in this situation. I have nothing to respond to at this point. Like I said, everybody's basically kind of been moved around like
Like I
puppets and
said,
chess pawns, to be perfectly honest. You know what I mean? Folks think that they doing this and that, and they ain't on nothing. All of them doing it to themselves. You know what I mean? The only thing that matters at the end of the day, right, is that they can't trick me off my throne. I'm gonna have my wealth regardless. You gotta understand that. That's already solidified. So I already got that in the bag. I'm goody, right? In the future, the more time goes by in the future, I'm gonna have even more and more and more and more. And all these folks know this, right? Like I said, I do this for a living, man. I didn't ask nobody to watch my channel. Y'all can say whatever. It's a public platform. Cool. I decide what goes down though. I decide how this go. I decide how everything runs and operates. Like, I decide what it is, not anyone else. And that's what folks got to understand. Like, I don't have a boss. I do what I want to do. Nobody controls me. Like, that's the thing that people are missing the concept of. Companies can't tell me what to do. Can't nobody tell me what to do. I built all this with my own bare hands and my genius mind. It's all me. I'm building companies. I'm compounding, building businesses. I'm already developing new hustles for the future. Okay. When I'm not even going to have any hustle because we're going to
red
be rich
screen.
and we're
See
going to
it?
have tons of money because I'm a good person. You know what I mean? Because I'm blessed. So you just have to understand. I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. People want to act confused. I mean, people can act confused. People can do whatever they want. What the Joker video was explaining is what I felt like I went through today. I didn't feel. I mean, I definitely went through it, and I just handle things like a champ. You know what I mean? Because it ain't nothing new to me. I mean, this is what it's been since day one. It's just becoming more prevalent, and it's becoming a thing of. I wouldn't say even more prevalent because they got to be sneaky about how they do things and how they move. But like the point that they're doing it in the open, and that shows desperation. And this is what I told y'all. It's just like Alfred told Bruce Wayne and told Batman. He told him, you blah 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 them to a point of desperation. I mean, and in their desperation, they turned to a man they didn't fully understand. I mean, it's exactly the same thing. So people can't help but give me my due justice and give me my applause and rewards and they can't help but want to be on my side someone and support me, you know what I mean? Because I think people are starting to just barely grasp an inkling of how much I've taken on and how many folks I've stood up to and how high of a level I actually operate at, and how high of a level the things and the matters that I deal with consists of. I mean, these are very high level things. This is not like a guy that just, dresses up as something or dresses up as Batman and just goes and walks around. This is a guy that, is handling matters that are, beyond CIA, beyond feds, beyond FBI level. I mean, like I said, we operate above the feds. I mean, I've accomplished a lot out here. I've accomplished a lot in the streets. I've accomplished a lot in reality. I've accomplished a lot across this country already without even touring across it as Batman yet. I mean, if God gives me the budget when he does, I mean, good luck, bro. Good luck, bro. It's gonna be crazy, man. Because just the amount of power that I have, bro. Like I don't even know how I get through every day. Like I'm still going through it physically. It's really hard. It's super hard. And like I said, it all stems down to when these folks called Seton Hospital. None of this was in my control. Like I said, I chose nothing. This was all things that just happened. Okay, they're just things that happened to me. I didn't have no control over it. I can't control other folks and what they spend their time doing. I've just been trying to survive and live my life this entire time. That's all. And I'm gonna keep doing that because it's not my job to worry about things that I can't control. No matter what, it's not my job. You know what I mean? I leave that in God's hands. So at the end of the day, what is it? Set did I get it right? I believe it's 27 world records, which is crazy to me because we were just at 21 because I was
Fuck
looking at the
does it
shorts
matter?
and I'm like, we just got to the 21 mark. So how did I get to 27 so quick? And I think it's just because I keep pushing myself. What I need is a break. I don't know if I'm really going to do that, if I can even allow myself to do that right now. So I don't know about that. So, don't get your hopes up too much, but we'll see. And I just be thinking, hold up.
Oh, 880,000 billion, 12 million.
Like I ain't worried about nothing, but I also just be thinking, I'd be thinking and I'd be paying attention, you know what I'm saying? So, when we see basically, the enemy and the agents of Satan and we see them moving and we see them doing what they doing, um, I just pay attention, you know. And then that of course makes me feel like, well, if I want to take a break at this point, can I really? You get what I'm saying? Because, and I mean, this is just common sense stuff. Like I said, I mean, I can. I'm going to be straight. I'll be good. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like, that's the way I think. Like, I'm real strategic. I think ahead of time. And I'm like, this is why I built these two bat suits. And they really help me. Like, they protect me. You know what I mean? Like real talk. They've held up, they've worked. I mean, like they're efficient, like they're effective. Like I build bat suits that are actually fully functional and get busy. So I mean, what I'm doing is working. And I can tell that I got these folks, whatever. I got a bunch of folks concerned. I got folks, mostly everybody's cheering for me. But I got the people who jelly, I got them concerned. I got them worried. I got them stressed and I got them focused on me. And this is what the Joker video was talking about. It was saying, this is not the end, you winning. This is the mere beginning. See, this is what it's all about. It's about getting to the number one spot like I always have and everything and excelling above everyone, just like I told people I've done my whole life. This is not new for me. I've always been the best at everything I do. Anything I set out to do, I'm going to be the best at. I don't know why folks feel the need to say things that aren't true. I don't know where any of these things come from.
We were streaming earlier today and Joey stopped and I said, okay, he's underneath the bus stop tree. And Frost said, Sheriff, you need to take time out because I'm recognizing trees.
I'm not worried about them. Never was concerned about people saying things that aren't there. No, I mean, as soon as my circumstances get changed and I have
Yeah.
access to normal stuff, and this is just a situation of being here because y'all built this whole structure weird where there's nothing I need and it's hard to do stuff. And I adapted and made it still a good environment for me. And I'm thriving, I'm flourishing. So that's where you should give me credit. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just have to talk in a normal way that makes sense. You know what I mean? You got to give credit where credit's due, man. So, like I said again, all we talk is reality. That's all anybody talks. We're here to talk reality. and the facts. We're here to talk about the fact that I am successful, that I'm beyond successful. We're here to talk about my accolades, my accomplishments. We're here to celebrate no matter what. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like, no, like the minute that I whatever go on a road trip, go on a vacation, whatever, if I get out of here for a little while, the minute I go up north or I go anywhere, even North Texas, I mean, even just access to resources is so more applicable and easier for me to move around and do what I need to do, honestly, to a degree. I mean, there's benefits here. Don't get me wrong. Like it's becoming a little easier too. It seems like because I'm getting more used to it, but it's just easier. It's easier in other cities and states, but it's not easier because you have to deal with all the other factors that come along with it.
It's easier, but it's
You
not
know what I'm
easier
saying? And then
because you got.
trying to build from scratch out there, that's going to be the hard thing. So there's benefits and negatives to any situation. That's just part of life, right? And that's all it is. Just never was a big deal. But my point is, once I start moving around again, and when God gives me the budget, I mean, any money that comes to
My
me
point
at
is,
this
give me the
point, I mean,
goddamn
anything to
money.
just get me on my feet again, even though I'm on my feet, I'm way beyond on my feet. I'm done very well and everything. I'm basically retired. I will never retire as Batman. This is what I want to do forever, for eternity, literally. So I mean, the point is, once I get to where, whenever God gives me enough money and I start moving around again, I mean, it's going to be easier to get things done. It's going to be easier to get what I need and do things way easier. It's going to be right there where I need it instead of having to go way out my way and miles and miles and miles. You see what I'm saying? And then moving around is going to help because I'm going to get away from all these folks that, are too focused on me, or they feel some way, or they jelly, or they feel some way about my success. And that's the thing. Like you kind of have to keep it moving when you're me. This is how it's been everywhere I've gone. I mean, anywhere I've gone, people have been jelly. It's not a new thing. I mean, this happened in Atlanta. I've already been through things like crazy serious stuff. So that's why, like, I know I ain't going through nothing else because I won't allow myself to. That's the thing folks don't get. I don't care how people move because it'll never affect me. Ever. I'm too strong. I'm too smart. I know how to move. I know what I'm doing, bro. It's just that simple. It's all easy at this point. It's like on autopilot. That's what they don't understand. I'm way ahead of you. The Joker video said it. It spelled it out perfectly for y'all, and a lot of you don't want to listen and listen to what God is telling you and saying. I mean, God is giving you all the advice you need and telling you reality. And it said, what the thing that they're not understanding is now they're starting to see you and whatever, and they think that they're going to be on something with this little nonsense that these people do. And it's always just antics, like I said, dancing around me. But they're noticing that I'm not moving,
Antics.
that I'm not budging, that I'm not shaking, that I'm not, like, I'm looking right at them, just standing there. They're noticing, like, he's not moving, like he's not phased by anything. And the thing that you didn't notice, what the Joker video pointed out, is that I've already transformed. You're dealing with a whole different type of being now. This is a whole new animal. This is not old Tyree Sneed. That's what y'all don't get. Like I said, y'all know what happened when you made your phone calls to Seton Hospital. This is literally a whole new being. And this new being is immortal and doesn't care. That's what y'all are not understanding. You can't do anything. It's a waste of your time. If you want to waste your time, be my guest. I'll encourage you to. It's funny as hell. You understand? They don't get that I've already changed. I'm something completely different, bro. I come from a whole different realm, literally. Okay? You don't get it. I've transformed, literally. I'm not your average human being walk around. I'm not a normal, regular dude no more. I'm Batman. I've literally transformed into a whole nother being. I'm something totally different, completely different. And it's just funny because that's why I think they already do know to an extent. That's why, like I said, they dance around. These folks know what it is. They know. You know what I mean? I believe. And if not, well, I mean, that's the funny part. Because when they actually get in the position to even look at me and I'm anywhere in front of them, they looking like, what the hell is that? Like, for real.
The
See, that's the
hell
thing. They
is
think
that?
because I'm talking on here and I can still do
The
radio,
hell
they
is
think it's
that?
the same dude. Not at all. You dealing with something from a realm that you could never understand. You understand? Like, real talk. I already told y'all. If you don't want to listen, hey, that's on you, buddy. See, that's the thing. I keep telling you. I've given y'all the right advice. You got to listen. You know, if you don't listen to what I'm telling you, I mean, you never gonna win in anything. You for sure ain't gonna win with me, nobody. But you ain't gonna win in anything.
Hell.
At the end of the day, people have to understand. I've already built and established my empire.
Art.
It's already built. I'm building the
Garfunkel
kingdom
art.
of God right in front of you. I'm not wasting time. I'm not sitting around like y'all doing nothing. I go hard pretty much every day. I work hard as hell. Y'all see it. Give me the credit that I deserve for what I've accomplished. Like I said, all these folks, you've seen the way the world is. You've seen that none of them want to show no love. Some people are, and I give them credit. Thank you for the people who have shown love. There is some people down here who are showing some form of love and support. You know what I mean? A little bit, and they trying to help a little bit. And I appreciate y'all sincerely from the bottom of my heart. But I'm talking about a lot of these people, mostly on YouTube and stuff, that just they're so jelly, it's unbelievable, and I just will never understand that. These were all people that could have helped me along the way and still could. These are all people who could come out their pocket and donate and support me financially so that I could get more done and get this to the level
Get
where I'm running it the way I need to.
more done.
You feel me? Like, I don't know.
It's 'cause
I really feel
rules.
like I need a break too, man. I mean, I'm exhausted, dude. I don't understand. I don't think you could ever understand. I don't think you could even understand the meaning. I mean, if you look at what I actually do, like every day, you would understand. Like anyone would understand. People would be like, "How in the hell is this dude still ticking? Like, how is he still doing this? Not only still doing this, but standing up against all the corporate America, whole establishments, and winning with no fear." And that's the thing. I approach everything like Achilles. I don't look at it the way y'all do. See, that's the thing. You're looking at all these things as something that it's not. Everything is just the same thing. It's literally like this is Troy, and everything is the same exact concept, just like the Sparta concept. That's what it is, no matter what. Even if it's within business, politics, all that stuff. It's clear as day to me what time it is. So Achilles brings the same
Like
energy
tripped
no
out
matter what.
lobster and it just never came back
That's
home.
what y'all
Is
have
that
to
what you're trying to
understand,
say?
that you don't have a choice. I mean, you have to embrace that fact. It's not going to change for nobody and nothing. You understand? Like, my job is to be fearless. My job is to be who I am. I'm the divine enforcer. I'm the enforcer of divine law, right? And I'm
Yeah.
a tool and a vessel that's being used by God.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
are a
the
tool.
absolute truth. I'm not here to play. I'm not here to nothing. I mean, I joke around. I'm gonna have fun, but I serve one function. You know what I mean? That picture you're looking at, that's me. I mean, yes, I mean you can see what it is, but my point is, that's me. It looks pretty identical, don't it? When I have like the
Sure.
steel armor on, the armor of God, it looks pretty similar, right?
Yeah.
You're not getting it, man. I mean, Batman's being built right in front of you. Like I said, the whole goal is that when we take this to other cities and states, I'm gonna be unideable. I'm not gonna be doing it all on this channel more than likely, right? And that's just what I want to do, the way I want to approach it. You know what I mean? Now, for sure, is that how we're gonna do it? I don't know. God has to show me, but I don't see any other way. Because you can't. I don't see how you can do this in the open because of all these people. They're too focused on me, and they're just gonna sit there and they're looking for an excuse, and I don't have time to deal with that. I gotta work. You see what I'm saying? I got an actual job to do. And if I'm trying to make a real difference, I need to make sure that everything is completely privatized. I already know that. You understand? And I feel like that's part of rolling with God. And God's purpose is no, I want my identity completely hidden. I don't want folks knowing it's me, right? We're going to build new suits. Christina's going to help me with everything. She's going to
That's
have a
why we're
live
coming
camera
up with
feed
new
to see me when I'm getting
programs.
busy in the
Chris
street and
Legit.
everywhere else.
The interviews
She's going
coming
to
up.
see
Sticky
the real Batman
TT6.
doing the real
We have
thing. Like, I'm not
Working on
playing
some
about
things
what I
here
do.
coming
I
up in
never
the
have.
future, and that's
Never have,
all
never
I'm going to
will.
say about it. But
It's
yeah,
a very
some things
necessary
are
thing. I'm becoming more than
in the works.
necessary, and that's the whole thing. Is like, it has to happen. It has to be done. And that's the thing. I'm a very tough
All
guy.
right,
I
dude.
was
Peace
chosen
out.
and selected to do this for this purpose, and I'm supposed to save the world. That's literally what God told me, but for real. Like, I'm not just talking. I mean, they told me, I don't know if it was that I was going to defeat AI was one of the things. I mean, they've told me these things. They've told me little parts of the prophecy kind of and predictions. So I mean, I think it's a lot of different things I'm meant to defeat. Um and a lot of evil, and I already am. And that's the thing folks don't get. My job is to stand up against evil. Evil people, I mean, they're going to look at me however they want to look at me. But I'm the hero and I'm the good guy. You're evil. So, I mean, you can try to transform things. I'm always in the right. I'm always standing up for what's good, and I'm just telling you the truth that you really need to be told, right? And that's the thing. That's what time is for. It's not time to play games no more with anyone. It's time to tell people what time it is and where we at with it and what's going on and how serious all this is. And like I said, these things were such easy fixes. I mean, all people have to do is just be halfway normal. I mean, these people are literally telling me that, like I said, that I have no civil rights and civil liberties and that I can't even pay for what I own and I've worked for years for. I mean, that's crazy. That's surreal. I mean, that's the thing. The more that they do, this is why, I'm the genius and I'm really outsmarting all of you. And I want you to listen to what I'm saying so I'm not just talking or making things up like y'all do. If I'm not smart, how come by you doing that, if you feel that you're
All right.
doing me a disservice, let's think about it for a second. Are you really? Because the thing is, I can bring up all these matters in court anytime I want. And normal folks and lawyers and judges are going to say, how can how can you do these things when, what's his is his? I mean, clearly, if the man, because I'm going to have present the whole story and everything, clearly, if the man, he doesn't want to take any more losses, and he really hasn't sustained any because he's been smart. But I mean, that's hard to everywhere you go be trying to build something, and then you got folks trying to stop what you're trying to build, right? Whether it be a job or making money or anything, right? So for me to keep going this long and then alchemize that energy and turn it into something positive is literally impossible. Nobody in the history of man could walk in my shoes. Nobody. Nobody. This was proven in front of the whole world. So now everything you do is a public matter. So that's what I'm saying. Is it really smart, or is it helping my federal lawsuit? Is it helping me to prove that I have been given the most unfair shake my entire life? And that's my point. I was never given a fair shake or equality in this country. And this is my country and I'm from here. And that's the point. Why would we care? Why would we not feel some way or move aggressively and take a stance as an all-out gangster and a man if I'm in my country and somehow, you know, I'm getting a completely unfair shake and people even know it? You've had these evil villains say it, and then they got their karma.
Talking about.
This is facts. Even they said it. I mean, even they can see that I'm not receiving fair treatment or anything. I never have. It's never been fair. But I'm gonna tell you something. If it had been fair, then I would have had no reason to push. So I gotta thank y'all. You see what I'm saying? It's just like this last situation, this last thing. I gotta thank y'all because now you just put me on the game where now I have to develop another hustle. This is how it's been my whole life. It's like
Oh,
the moves that the devil makes, he's trying to hold me back. Just like he says in the Dark Knight Returns, right? He says, you try to hold me back, but you're weak. You know it in your soul. You're nothing but a hollow shell. And it's showing the thing with what happened with what he went through, which I went through the same thing basically in a little bit different form, but I went through the same exact thing that Batman was always depicted going through. Exactly the same thing, just in a different form. I'm a very strong person, man. To have made it this far. At some point we got to give credit where credit's due. I deserve my credit. I deserve my accolades. I deserve my applause. I deserve a celebration. I deserve people to want to help me and support me. And I'm glad that a few people do. And I want to say thank you to you personally, but people have got to change their attitude. People have got to understand we need money to do this. We need money to fund this. I've ran this operation project out my pocket for two plus years, going on 3. We've accomplished more than every agency and department in this country and world. That's a fact. Don't let no one lie to you. Okay. I have stopped things that have taken these folks years and they never could stop. This is actually reality. Batman is not only necessary, he's excelled and he's like elite. Like, I've done things that nobody's accomplished. Seriously. Every day I do. And like I said, if given the right budget and the right money, if I wanted to help folks, I definitely could help. I could help a lot because I'm quick, I'm fast, I know what I'm doing. I would need the money to move around and get a motorcycle, get bat pods, tumblers, all the tools that I need to succeed. It's just like what Mr. Wofford is saying, right? He needs his tools, right? I mean, you got to have your tools to succeed and run a business. Hold on.
Hold up.
And in my case, my tools for success is a tumbler, a bat pod, motorcycles, learning metal shaping. I want to do that class in Boston with Christina.
Like kicking the
I want to
nuts.
get the actual metal shaping machine. I want to learn how to build the infrastructures for cars. I want to learn mechanics. I want to work with actual engineers that know how to build engines and learn how to build my own engines.
I wanted to go to
I want to learn how to
Arizona.
build jet engines.
I wanted to go to DeKalb.
You don't get it. I'm trying to take jet
I wanted to
engines
go
and get
Austin.
them
I wanted to go to
installed
the
into
fucking shopping
vehicles I
outlets.
create the infrastructures for.
We're gonna go to
I'm
the
going to
island. We're
build
gonna
my own
fucking
Batmobiles. I'm smart
have a
enough to do
fashion
these
show.
things. I know I am, especially digitally with 3D printers at this point. It'll be even easier because I won't have to do any labor at some point. I'll literally just type
We're
in
gonna have
codes and
4,000
it'll be
food
able to
trucks
make
across
what
the
I need to
country.
make because I'm going to study how to do it. That's what y'all don't get. I want to first learn how to build it though, like from scratch, like for real, with our money. But we're gonna buy the parts, and I'm gonna, have a team that does it, and I want them to show me everything, and I'm gonna do it with them so that I learn. I want to know how to build this stuff from scratch. That way, I can literally just go into the lab and build what I need. If I need a bat pod, I just get the parts and I build it myself.
Fuck yeah,
And then
Joey
that
the
way I build a
Blacksmith.
couple of them.
That's
So I
gonna
have a
be a
fleet of
song.
them. That
There
way,
it
if
is.
anything happens in the street, it doesn't
Hell
matter.
yeah,
As
Joey the
Batman, you
Blacksmith.
expend resources. This is the thing. Folks want to talk some way, but it's not applicable to anything we're talking about. See, I'm doing everything right. It's just showing that I'm a higher, breed and a higher level. It's showing that I think on another level. It's just showing nobody could do what I do. It's that simple. Like I said, I'm not even interested in energies like that. Them energies don't, there's no way that can even make sense anymore because I'm so far above that and I'm so far beyond
Stu, what's up?
y'all's weak energy that it wouldn't even make sense. See, that's the thing. No, I graduated to a whole nother level where we leave all that nonsense behind. Like I said, people open their mouth to say something, I'm going to address you direct. That's just what it is. I'm not here for that. You're not listening. I don't even got time for that. That's the least of my concerns is what people have to say. It's just about being a man and letting you know reality. I'm not concerned about how folks feel. See, I'm not Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, I'm not Tupac and Biggie. You can't stop me. Believe me. I'm not these other folks. No, I'm not. I'm a whole different animal. And I stand on business. And this is what cowards do. Cowards sit there and they see the real
All
soldier on
right,
the front
Lobster, I'm
lines
putting you
and
in
they
the
pray for my
song.
downfall. And that's my point. I'm standing up to everybody.
Joey the Blacksmith
You understand?
versus Lobster.
Like I said, other people are making mistakes. I mean, you seeing what's happening with that whatever his name is situation with Mr. Jackson's son, right?
Yes, Raha, yes.
Y'all saw what happened with that, right? Can you see the direction it's moving already? And all that comes from what? The societal programming that comes from the Illuminati, the government. They're already trying to take it
No.
and shift it into something else that it's
Somebody
really
tried
not.
to kill somebody. That's
I
what
mean,
it's about.
let's just say the truth. Them guys, them wrestlers are kind of funny. I mean, they move funny style. They basically set up and created the whole situation, and the dude fell victim to it basically. The dude fell for the okey doke He took the bait. He had a chat egging him on, and the one dude said it right. I mean, he literally just did it to himself completely, and everything he had going for him, which was a lot, he just threw away to prove what point? He didn't prove a point. He
That he's
just
a
took
pussy
bait from a chat room,
and he's
right?
going to
And
prison.
then people was manipulating him, and that's what I told you. I told you, if you ever allow people to manipulate you, that shows weakness. See, I've never allowed folks to manipulate me. I'm saying how I feel. These folks are having to do things behind my back and keep on including other folks, other groups, other people, other organizations. And what I'm saying is, I have to stand on business. I don't have a choice because that's illegal as it gets. So I'm still doing the right thing no matter what, no matter how you try to turn it, I'm in the right. Like I said, folks got to make sense when they talk. This trying to create false testament stuff and acting like your story even makes sense when they say there's two sides to a story. No, there's just one truth. The truth is obvious. Like I said, what about the way that y'all talk and speak?
Yeah,
What
right
about
on,
the games
Lobster.
that
I
you're playing?
appreciate
What
that.
about the laws that you're breaking? What about all the things that you're doing?
I ain't gonna lie. I
What do
listened to some
my
of these
assets have to do
on
with
my own
anyone
too.
else? We don't deal with middlemen. We do business direct. So folks don't even understand everything they
Beast.
talking about is moot because all that's irrelevant. You see what I'm saying? No, I can go directly to source for anything I'm doing. It's just like this. I don't deal with a middleman. Not really. I just do what I do. I create, I build, and I get rewarded for it. It's been that way my entire life. I create, and God loves what I create, and He gave me the gift to create. I'm a creator. I'm one of the original creator beings, they say, from Elohim, from the original creation. I was made when angels were made. I told y'all I'm an angel. I know what I am. I mean, look at what I've survived. Only angels can do that, bro. So these folks, they know what it is. They know I'm a real angel. They know walking around here, literally,
Ain't no walk.
right? I'm not your average, human being. So, I'm like a celestial divine being. That's the truth. Always have been, always will be. I'm not even from your planet, obviously. So it's like folks are funny to me how they think that they're on something. You've never dealt with a being like me. So it's just comical to me because there's not really much you can do. And I just laugh in front of you and have fun. And that's what they said in the Joker video. It said you just sit there with your smirk and smile at them, and they're just like, "What the hell?" You know what I mean? Hold up.
Hold up.
So, like I said, to me, it's all pretty self-explanatory. It's all just what it is. I mean, I'm just saying, look at Mr. Jackson's son, the mistake he just made. That's going to cost him, bro. He's going to go to prison. That's common sense. Maybe forever, maybe for a really long time. I mean, I don't think y'all understand the capacity of what he just did. And this is the thing. What needs to happen is they need to shut down chat rooms completely across the globe, or they need to
Says the
start
guy that bitches
actually
at no one
filtering
letting him have a chat
who's
room
sending
open.
the messages and make it where you have to have all your information there so
Fuck
that
you,
they're able
Joey.
to just pull up and make arrests immediately the minute that people are taking advantage of a chat room. And that's what they should be doing to protect folks. Do you see the point? So like that's the whole thing. Like the truth is Batman can do that too as well for them since they don't want to do their job. Batman can do anything. Anything that's people's job that they don't want to do, Batman can do. That's the truth. I protect folks. I don't have to ask for nothing. I just do what I want. That's why I built all this. So at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, I don't even understand y'all's mentality, bro, because life is life. Life has never been in my hands. I'm not in control of nothing. I'm not trying to be in control of anything. And y'all can't even, control your own emotions and yourself, but you want to pretend you have control over others. Who? It's definitely not me. That's been proven. It's been proven every time that I show up, every time I rise to every occasion and I win. This has been a repeat marathon since the beginning of time. All I'm wondering is when these folks are going to just admit I am nothing but greatness. I'm amazing. And you don't dictate who I am or my reality or
Dictate.
reality at all. God does. And I do. I'm winning, partner. I'm in the top
Scared of
slot.
the
I'm in the
dark,
top
DZ. Come
position,
on.
like
You
Ludacris
know
said.
that.
Luda, coming for the #1 spot. Right? That's what
Possums
I'm
and
in.
raccoons and shit.
I'm in the #1 spot. Hear how that sounds? Because I can release a new single right now. I'm coming for that #1 spot. See,
Yeah,
my
I got
voice
one
really a
coming called
voice.
Joey the
This is
Blacksmith.
why I went worldwide independently. Only musician who ever did. Only rapper, singer to ever go worldwide independently in the history of time, man or woman. I've already accomplished all the impossible, bro. You see, I ain't even focused on music. I ain't even worried about that.
I still got to
I
work
got
on
bigger
Patty
things to worry
Cake in the
about.
Park,
I'm focused on being Batman right now. This is
Batman
what I want to
Banquet
do. I don't
in
want to play
Brownsville.
basketball for a satanic organization like the NBA that's rigged, and we all know what it really is. It's not freedom. I can play ball. I can dominate the NBA. What would it prove? It's about what makes you happy. I'm happy being Batman. I love basketball. Don't get me wrong. I'll still play, but that's the thing. When I
Talking
play for real. I play real games,
basketball.
pickup games with real people. I don't play with robots and clones like Steph Curry. And I'm being 100% serious. Like I told you, every theory that I put out that wasn't theories, every fact and truth that I've been saying and exposing all these decades, now they're starting to come out and prove that they're right, and now they're trying to copy it like it's original. Like about Eminem and what happened. Come on, bro. Y'all ain't fooling nobody, man. So like I said, the whole point is just, bro, I've always been successful. I'm super successful at what I'm doing right now. I've been super successful with this project. I told you I work on different projects at a time. Everything has been about being Batman and the Batman thing. I mean, I'm on a whole nother level, man. All I've done is succeed. At some point, you got to just
Selling
give me the
scrap
credit.
gold.
I
That
don't know
shit
what else to
just
tell you.
keeps going
You
up,
know, it
dude.
is what it is. Y'all got to deal with it. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm building the kingdom of God in front of all of you. I already built my empire. My empire is already built. It's ready to go. All we waiting for is for them to cut the checks, right? Christina's negotiating still. We're supposed to be guaranteed over, what was it? I
12
think it was over $12 million
million,
and 750,000. And that's the thing. Like I know
7,500,
that them folks, I know that's where a lot of the MB and the jelly stuff comes from.
$100,000.
Like I said, I'm never gonna live in fear. I always have that option to be quiet about my blessings. For what? I'm gonna say my blessings loud and proud. I'm never gonna shrink to make you feel comfortable. I'm out here trying to win. I'm
Smoking
out here
with you
trying
got
to get all the blessings I can. I'm not even stopping at that. I'm trying to get some more millions lined up for the future. See, that's the thing. I'm already rich and wealthy. I already got all the equity, billions in equity owned buildings, got access to full buildings worth billions of dollars. Do you have that? Exactly. And I hustle like I'm poor, like I'm broke, like I got nothing. I let people think that I'm really struggling, right? And yeah, I struggle, because why? Because of the position, right, that other folks had me in and left me in. That's all. No, it's because of what all y'all did. And like I said, you're not giving me the startup money to just start up my business. That's all. I cooked. I made the money already, bro. Like I said, I had to spend it because people was playing games all the same one. If it wasn't for that, I'd be straight. And guess what? I didn't need it because I've been making dough this entire time, doing it and funding it independently out of my own pocket.
Yeah, fuck are you even
I'm doing
saying
great
right
with what
now?
I'm doing. You understand? We just got to get to a point where I can save money and make more money. See what I'm saying? We're up over 87 bucks already. So we going to be up over 90, I'm sure, by like tomorrow, I hope. I don't know if I'm going to have to take a break because I'm just so worn out. I just feel like I can't even do anything. I'm tired, man.
Let's see.
I'm worn out, bro. Like for real. The stuff takes a toll. Maybe it's time for me to take a break. I don't know, but either way, I got to try to do content. That's the issue. I don't really have a choice. And I wish I did. I really do. Because it's tiring, man. I'm tired, bro. Can't even move no more. But
All right.
like I said, we all need a break
That being
sometimes.
said,
We need a breather. We need a rest. You know
that
what I'm saying? So
equates
hopefully I'll
to
be able to get that somewhat. But my whole point, man, is just,
$99.89 for the month,
I mean,
and he will not make it.
we gonna get over that $100 threshold. Believe that. It's the 27th, right? So you got 27th, 28th, 29th, 30, 31. We got like 5 days, like just a regular week, full week, right? We got 5 days. We get 87. That means almost to 90. So I got to make like about 13 bucks. And it's
Yeah,
not
just
even.
did
It's
the
really
math.
almost like 12 and some change. So I mean, I don't see any reason why that won't happen. That's going to happen. So it is what it is. We just got to accrue this next check. Then I know that I got a check at least for the
C4,
21st
get
through
out of here.
26th of this next month for when we're going into next month. That's the first order of business right now, is just to keep this in a rotation and then try to do the same thing if we can. Keep going hard, keep evolving. I'm evolving literally in front of you. Keep evolving, keep building, keep getting stronger, keep on pushing. And that's why I keep doing this, because I'm in a different lane. I've changed the definition of what success is. It's not about how much money you have. Money doesn't dictate my value. Money is just a tool and a resource to put into making my dreams come true and doing certain things that I'm doing. My dream is what I'm doing. I'm living my dream. This is the thing people don't understand. While you're focused on me and you're all hell bent on stuff that doesn't exist, I'm living my life and I've been doing what I love this entire time. I'm living my dream, which is being Batman. I told you, it's a dream come true.
I don't
My
think
other
he's
dream
going to
come
take a
true and my
breath
main
until
dream
the
come
sun
true is
starts
Christina.
coming
I
up.
just want Christina with me. So I'm waiting for that dream to completely come true in person and have her with me. You know, I'm living my dreams, seriously. And I made my dreams a reality with God, you know, but I put in all the work and I did it by myself with God. You know, so I mean, I'm proud of myself. You know what I mean? So like I said, I mean, Batman expends resources, man. We're gonna need a budget. There's gonna be a whole lot of stuff that happens. I mean, it's common sense. You go out in the street, bro, as Batman, and you riding around on bat paws and doing all sorts of crazy missions and crazy stuff. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be some expenditures, is what I believe they're called. Just meaning expenses. There's gonna be, resources that get wasted. I mean, this is common sense. And this is the way it's always been. It's like the bat cycle I put 1300 into. See, that's just a small level, okay, of the start of something way bigger. You're talking about we may have things that are worth millions of dollars at some point that still, we go through, and it's a resource that gets expended or whatever. And that's the thing. Like everything, I want to just filter it back into the business somehow. Like that's the thing. Like if a Batmobile messes up, if a tumbler messes up, if a bat pod messes up, it's got to go back to our little warehouse, whatever, our own little factory,
Or your
our own private
fucking
warehouse,
brain misses
right?
up.
And it's got to be, see if it can be salvaged and fixed or used for parts. So you're not getting. I'm building something of astronomical proportions here. I told you I may open up my own car dealership, like something that could potentially become bigger than Tesla. Building my own vehicles and stuff. I might be building spaceships. Okay. Elon Tusk didn't build nothing. I've told you this a million
Going to
times.
Mars,
I'm talking
dog.
about actually building it. See, that's why it's so odd, because y'all will talk, but you're talking outside of reality. These folks haven't built anything. They don't have the knowledge. It's just reality. So until you understand reality, what are we talking for? You see what I'm saying? When I say I'm going to do these things, it's something that nobody's ever done. See, Floyd Mayweather didn't come up the way I came up. Conor McGregor didn't come up the way I came up. Nobody did. 50 Cent didn't come up the way I came up. You all talk about people on YouTube, but not one of these YouTubers had to come up through the ranks like me and literally build from scratch with nothing. And y'all folks don't even understand what's going on. You want to speak on something that you know nothing about. None of you have to
Why
work
didn't I
like
just
this
go
and
to
get
bed?
paid, underpaid like me. What are you talking about? You don't even know anything about this company. I know everything. What are you talking about? See, that's the thing. You're trying to act like we all started at the bottom. How? These people on YouTube, bro, they
How?
had full channels, right? And they were all already monetized. Not one of them had to start with nothing and build a channel. You know how many times I had to start over? I've had over 2,000 subs comfortably several times. These people stopped me from being able to do what I need to do. You didn't stop me from succeeding. You helped me to succeed. Because every failure is the only way to succeed. You learn from failing, whether it be fair or not. See, this is the thing. You're focused on things and concepts that are super petty. What does that have to do with the bigger picture and the point? If you want to be like that and do things that way, that's fine for you. But is it working for you? No. This is why Mr. Wofford is saying, man, it's hard as hell. And you could see it today. I mean, it was funny as hell. I watched one video. I was just like, wow. And I don't even laugh because I don't get any satisfaction from that. I want to see people win, even him. And it's just like I just see everything I predicted and said come true. Like he's seeing it like, man, I wish I wish that we didn't have to go anywhere again, but oh, we have to be over here. Well, why do you run to everyone else for your problems all the time? I mean, I have to sometimes too. We all got to be taken care of to an extent, but like you run to other people for all your problems, and I don't. I tend to try to handle my own if I can. I do the best that I can. You know what I mean? So it's just like we're not the same. You know, he's sitting there showing and
Thank you,
exemplifying
Stu.
everything I said. Like, yeah, you're just gonna keep running around till the van breaks down. Nobody's gonna let you work to get a whole van or a vehicle. That's common sense. It doesn't work like that. If it was that easy, anybody would do that, right? Like I said, I mean, it's just pretty clear that the position you're in and the way that you're moving and doing things, it's not going to work out, and it's just going to all continue to fall and crumble, and it's just going to get worse and worse. It's common sense. Your situation is going to get worse and worse. And like I said, it's because you don't know how to build a business, and you don't know how to just build a basis and a base to run out of the right way. Like I said, van's going to break down, generator's going to run out of gas. You're going to be stuck walking 12 miles, which is going to turn into 24 miles, right? How are you going to ask yourself, if that van breaks down at any point right now, what are they going to do? They don't have where it's just sustainable. So they have to go into town to get water. If the van stops working and they're out there in Deming or whatever, you got to go like 12 miles just to get to, I mean, you're out there where the camper is or whatever you claim, right? That's 12 miles out of town of Deming, according to them. So you'd have to walk 12 miles.
Hell
You
yeah.
would not have a choice. And then you're just out there in the streets. See the point? So you basically, this is what you do. You rush into things and you just take whatever you can get. And that was my point. Like 100%, you can't help anyone until you help yourself. You shouldn't have been focused on nobody else. You should have been focused on you and your own folks helping each other and getting each other right. You got a long way to go, brother, just to basic sustainability. So the point is, this is the same reason you lost 2 vans, because you don't have the right mentality and you're not just thinking. What does that have to do with me? Why are you making all these
All right, I want to pause this asshole for a minute, take a break from him. I want to mention back during COVID in 2020 in El Cajon, California, kind of East County, San Diego, Greenfield Drive. They opened up shops, fucking goddamn Green Cross on every street corner. And you walked in there and it was like a fucking candy store, whatever you fucking wanted. They had ATM machines in there, 100% illegal. But there was a loophole. They could sit there for 90 days before the feds could go in there and just raid the place and fucking take it all down, take everything out. By the time 90 days passed, they were, what the fuck did they care? There was lines out the door all day long, and there was like grade schools and shit like that. You just everything down the street. So every single one of those stores that they had running those districts, they fucking demolished them. They rebuilt fucking new businesses on top over it. Yeah. Illegal weed stores. It doesn't even matter around here anymore.
comments and saying all these things that don't make sense? Why aren't you just embracing basic reality? Sir, it's very simple. I mean, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's guaranteed, because you have 2 elements of this that are factors that if they go wrong at all, which they're guaranteed to, you've been very lucky that they haven't, but they will. It does for anyone. It's common sense that when those 2 factors go wrong, one of the 2, I mean, everything changes. So you basically just, you're, like I said, you're squatting on land that's not yours. Somebody just, lets you stay there because they look at you as a charity case. They felt sorry for you. It's a fact. And now, you're going to have to give up like I said, all of that little patch of grass because you don't have any land, and that little camper and the generator. You're going to have to try to sell it all, and nobody's going to want to buy it because, like I said, it's unlivable. So that was the thing. If we talk in actual reality terms, the man has no land. He has no deal, nothing to sell, nothing to offer. So like I said, when you have leverage in business and I'm on this empire level and I already got all the equity and I'm way ahead of y'all so astronomically you could never catch up. I mean, Trump could never catch up to me financially. That's the truth. Not in equity and not in the cash I've made and spent. They don't come close to me, bro. The government hasn't come close. Warren Buffett hasn't come close to me financially. Nope, not in this lifetime, Duke. These are facts. So I've made millions every year consecutively, bro. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm independent, bro. I did this by myself. See, that's the thing. They don't want to just give credit, but I've done what takes entire governments and groups trying to do, and they can't come close to me. And I'm one man, and I had no help, no support system, no resources. I do the impossible every time, bro. I did it financially first when I owned 14 cars. I told y'all I'm the Messiah. I just did this to show you how easy it is for me. Those are my exact words. What? I've proven my point, homie. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, why are you not focused on what makes sense? Brother, you need
He's
sustainability. It's just
outside.
that simple. I mean, you're in a position where you're just trying to do what you can. We're not in the same boat. I'm not in that position. See, I hustled and worked my entire life. I worked since I was 16. I just turned 36. That's 20 years. I've been working 20 years. Okay. And before that, I was working to become a professional athlete every day, my entire childhood. So it's like, we're not the same, dude. We're just not. Like I said, I still haven't been given anything, any of the money that I'm owed and deserve. So I mean, until I get what I'm owed, and until all this money is sent to me, and it's got to at least be over 50K to 100K to over $1 million. Until I get that startup cost to just start
50K
up my
to
new life
over
and
a million
give me a
dollars.
chance to do everything again, everything else is just in the meanwhile. This is all temporary. What I own, I'll always own. That's permanent. But everything else, this whole situation, all of what I'm doing, this is temporary. That's what folks don't get. I'm not going to be right here doing all this for very much longer. It's all about to change, I assure you. God is going to change it. You understand? And if I had to manually, I would change it. Like literally. I'm at the point, bro, where like literally if I can get a little bit of bread together, like even if it was just like this next check, I'm at the point that like I'm literally considering at some point here. I don't know about for sure, but I'm considering literally just hopping on a bus and going to Austin or something, and just if I got to be homeless out there or whatever, just like doing that and doing whatever I got to do, because at least I'd be around a bunch of jobs and stuff, and if the phone works, at least, and at least in Wi-Fi or something, at least I can try to talk to people and see if I can get hired somewhere.
All right, no shit, Lobster. Yeah, hit me up. I'll buy you a beer.
I mean, at least there's got to be places to work out at. What I mean? They have different spots. I'm not going to tell y'all nothing about where I'm moving or how I'm doing things, common sense, because I'm way ahead of you and I'm smart and I know what you want now. But I mean, there's ways for me to do things. It'd be hard as hell. I would have to try to get my foot in the door somewhere so I can be able to get me some rest and sleep and stuff. It wouldn't be easy, but that's the whole point. If I could figure it out manually, it ain't nothing I ain't had to do before quite a few times. So it's just a little
Yeah,
different
good
now,
luck
and it's
in
harder, and
traffic
I'm older, tired.
coming down
I
the
don't
five
deserve to go through that, but at the same time, I mean, if I could
405.
create the change somehow manually, I mean, it is what it is. And I would probably have to leave my suits behind because I can't, I have to be able to go into every building and do what I got to do. So I don't know.
Oh
I don't
shit.
know if that's something I'd really want to do.
All right.
Like, Austin is not really prime anymore, man. That's the thing. Like, I want to be somewhere that's good and safe. Like, that's the whole thing. That's why I'm here, because it's safe and nice. Like, I don't worry about nothing, but that's what you're supposed to have and supposed to want. I want to be in a good environment. I want to be safe too. My safety matters. I want to be good and happy and good. Like, I'm straight where I'm at. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm just saying that, I would like to make some changes. I just don't like feeling stagnated. I've never been stagnated ever in my life. So it's like, I don't know. Hold on.
Hold up.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying if there was
It's a quick
opportunity
trip.
somewhere, I could potentially take the chance, and I just know I'm strong enough that I could pretty much probably make it through anything and figure it out. Hard body, figure out how to just get things going again the way that I had it. It would take me a little bit of time, but it's very possible, and I could do it. I could do it. I've done it. I've done it several times. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. And then I'd get the money right, and then I'd just come back, pick up my stuff, pick up my suits or my suit, and take it with me, and then I'd be able to build. But hopefully, we don't have to do all that. Hopefully, God will bless me and give me some real money to work with somehow. It's in the readings. it came out. The reading is usually just a little bit ahead of time. So it could be any minute now. I don't know. But I need to win the lottery or something, and I ain't playing the lottery, so I don't know how that's going to happen because y'all don't donate. You feel me?
What
And
the
these folks,
hell?
they feel some way about me, succeeding here, running my business. If people donate, I mean, you say I built this and that. Yeah, I built something that's very successful and I built a system that works. You should try it sometime, right? I built something that's extremely intelligent with the cards that I'm dealt because of what I went through. So, I mean, all these things were out of my control. Yes, I alchemized it and turned it into a positive situation. So just speak when you're going to speak, say the truth that you feel some way because you're like, how am I still doing all this and winning when there was no way I was supposed to win? This was all set up for me to fail. It was set up for me to not possibly have a chance at winning. So how am I? Because I'm that strong, and that's God showing you. He's already showed you. See, I don't have to do anything. I'm not upset about anything. I don't have anything to be upset about. Even if I do in some matters, but it's a waste of my time, I'm realizing. I just give it to God now. That's what I was already on. Like I said, this is all just because I want to get away from all that nonsense. That energy has nothing to do with me and will never be a part of my life, no matter what. So, like I said, I mean, the game's up, game's over. I mean, like I said, clearly nobody can do anything. And I mean, even if you did, it's not going to keep a continuation going. All that stuff is over with completely now. So now, like, I'm just free and clear to move, and I'm free and able to do what I want to do, and I always was. So I don't know what you're talking about. There's only so much people can do. You know what I mean? And like I said, anything would probably help me anyway. And I'm open to new experiences to an extent. You know what I mean? I'm not really in shape to be doing that. But, I'm open to new experiences to an extent because, like I said, it'd be a lot easier to get resources to do anything. If I could just go to any major city, like, I don't know, Pittsburgh, Philly, Seattle, anywhere, I have a chance of really making it anywhere. That's what y'all don't get. I could just show up somewhere. Like I said, if I wanted to go to Akron, Ohio, I bet you I could make it out there. I bet you if I remained under the radar, I could appear in Akron. And I'm going to tell you straight up, like I said, that's probably what I'm going to do if God gives me some money before, everything else comes in. By the time everything else is done, if God gives me any real money before then, like it keeps talking about that I'm going to get my inheritance finally and all these things, if that happens and he gives me something preemptively before everything else that we're waiting on to come together, which is no
Oh,
issue,
it's
that's
like
fine.
the
But if he
tailgating.
gives me money before that, I think that's where I'm going. I think I'm just going to show up and act
It's like getting an inheritance, but like the tailgating, the pre-show inheritance, the inheritance before the inheritance. I'm sorry.
on Ohio. I'm telling you
Who
straight up
Nick?
ahead of
Who's
time.
that?
Real talk. And I'll just figure it out. I'll figure out the whole system, all the resources. I'll just show up and do it. And, I'll just, I don't know. I'll film my videos on the way,
Akron.
probably. I'll figure it out. I won't tell you where I'm going. Y'all probably won't remember or you won't think I was serious. And I'll just show up there and I'll just, like I said, find a spot to rest at. Um, and just act
Find a
like I
bench.
have nothing and just start building everything. That's what I would do. Like seriously. Like I'll ask God right now, pray prayer right now. Like please God, I don't like asking God for things, but
This is a prayer.
you know,
Here we
I
go.
mean, I'm doing the best I can. I've done my part, like I said, I have nothing but love for God. I mean, please bless me with some real money, please. I mean, I'm just telling you what I really need. I need at least over like 20 bands to 50 bands so I can get this really going and built on another level. And that's what I'm saying. Like I would go station myself in some city and maybe I pick one randomly. Like I'll go up to DeKalb, Illinois and start building there. And y'all won't even know what's going on. That's the thing. I'm just saying, if God blesses me and gives me this surprise money that all these readings kept talking about this entire time, they keep talking about it. If this happens, that's what I'm doing. I'm going up north somewhere for a minute. I'm going to my girlfriend first. So that's number one. But I'm just saying, I would like while I'm waiting for everything, like, or at least on the way. I mean, I'd go where Christina is. That's number one. That's common sense. But I would literally try to find somewhere at some point if I could that makes sense where I could just build. And I'm saying Akron, Ohio, I don't think would be a bad place to do that. I just want to show up somewhere where I have money, but folks don't know I have money. In other words, let's say God gives me $1 million, over 100 grand. Let's say he gives me over 25 G's. I could just show up in Akron. Y'all don't know I'm there until I really show everything there, right? And even if you do, what can you do? Nothing. You have to deal with it, right? You can try, you'll try your antics. It's not going to work. So, and I'll have money, so it wouldn't matter what you do. So the point is, I would just act like I had nothing. Like I said, I'd get me a spot to sleep at, and that's all I would need. And I would just start going to work, and I'd become the Batman
a
in
spot to
Akron,
sleep
Ohio.
at, and that'd be all I
You see
need.
my point? And then I'd be able to extend. I could take trips to DeKalb and go be Batman over there. I could start appearing in Benton Harbor, Michigan. I could start going to all these different places. I could go make trips to New York. I could go do whatever I want. And then the thing that these folks
Alabama.
don't get, I pay attention to everything. So I'm going to be able to see all the movement on this network. I'm going to be able to see what's going on, what people are doing. You see what criminals are doing, what the real criminals are doing. See, I'm able to watch things too. My eyes work perfectly fine.
No, they
See, that's the
don't.
thing people forget. So it's like me, I've forgotten nothing. Yeah. It's like that. So, like I said, folks don't get like that's all we waiting for. Like if God gives me this money, good luck, bro. Because I'm just gonna be appearing places. And if I had money, I would try to appear as Batman. Like I would try to take the suit with me and then I'd just be like, yo, listen, do y'all have like a locker or something? And I'm not kidding. I would literally just because in that city and state, if it's somewhere else, somewhere new, I would technically be homeless there, right? I would take
Yes.
full advantage of that and do it the right way. And I would act like that's exactly what I am, because technically it would be, right? And I'd be like, do y'all have a locker? A lot of places, Minneapolis had a place that you could put a bag at.
Taking
They said, I
advantage
just
of
didn't
being
use it because I don't trust it.
homeless.
But they got lockers and stuff in a lot of places. So I just be like, look, I need a locker. I got to put this in this locker like every day. And I don't want it in this facility if I can't have it here. But like I would bring my
This
suit
is
with me.
awesome.
You understand? Because that's all I would need. If I had the money, then I'd just be like, okay, well, if not, I'll go pay for a storage. Do you see what I'm saying? And then like if I got a storage, I would start collecting things. I would start getting my resources together for Batman. Like I don't want to have to do that where I have to keep running to a storage, but it would end up turning into like a little private bat cave. Like that's the thing. Seriously. Like I would try to
This is
pimp it out and get
fucking
it
great.
where I could have put my laptop there and do my streams and like, like you can be there for like an hour or so. They're not going to give you any trouble if I tell them, "Hey, can I just, spend a minute in there and do what I need to do and, is that cool?" And I'm sure they'd be like, "That's fine."
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like people
Yes, Joey, it's illegal to sleep in a storage facility.
will work with you sometimes if you make it clear your intentions and what you do and what you're trying to do. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's all I need. I just need enough money. If I had enough money, I could move around pretty lax and folks would never know the difference. People would never know who I am or what's going on or nothing. And that's what I'm
Nope.
saying. Then I'd have the money to just, I could start with a scooter. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. See, I could get a real scooter that really moves well and put it in the storage. And then I could be in the shelter. You're starting to get how smart I am. And then, oh, I wake up, I go get the scooter, go put on the bat suit and go be Batman all day and then come in at whatever their curfew is, get some rest, and go do the same thing the next day or whatever I want. I'm just saying that would be cool with me because it'd be cool for me because it'd be a new situation, right? And I'd be able to do what I want to do. You know what I mean? And I'd have money. Like that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying like I would like a change. I would like to be able to get this started and be able to extend
I
and
would like to
expand in
get a
other cities
storage
because I want to do
shed
this all over the country.
and
Main
live in
thing
it
is I just want to be with my
during the day
girlfriend
and walk at
Christina.
night.
But like I said, she's the main priority. I'd be going to her, and that would be the main thing. That would be all I'm doing. But like, I would just have to figure it out how I want to move and do other things. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I want to do the Batman thing. I want to do it with her though. So I don't know. I'd probably just go where she's at, and then I just launch the Batman thing there. I'd be Batman wherever she's at. So I don't know. I feel like somehow it's just gonna I don't know, fall out the sky money somehow. I don't know. I mean, it's in all the readings, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. But my point is, I just think that's a very clever plan and thing to do, and it would work because that's the thing. Nobody would ever think like a guy in a shelter is like Batman. You know what I mean? Seriously, they're not
Could
going to
you
think
imagine
that,
the
and that's the thing.
temperature
They'll
inside
talk
a
to you like you're
storage
the
shed
same,
in Brownsville
energy and
when it's
aura that they want to
110
create. So they'll
degrees
be like, "Well,
outside?
have you found a job yet?" I went through all those things already. I used to sit there and talk to them case managers, and you would have laughed if you heard the conversations because I would tell them like they were like, well, "Yeah, we have this goal of like to get over $2,000." I'd be like, "I'm
Yeah.
already there."
Well,
They're like, "What? Like,
where's the money
how
coming
did you
from?
do that quickly?" I'm like, "I don't know. I work hard and I'm smart." Like that was the thing. Like that was never the issue's never been me making money. If I'm in a major city, I can make money. I'm very smart, and I have a lot holding me back, but I mean, still I can still make money. That's the thing. Like if I didn't have things holding me back, that'd be one thing, but it takes money in order to, get everything the right way and lift those things and be able to get me the ability to do what I need to do. So I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. That's why I just focus and stay in my lane and do what I need to do. See, that's the thing. It shows that I'm a real thug. It shows that I walk the real walk and I live the real, life, and I'm about that life. That's what it shows. So that's all I gotta say. My situation speaks for itself, homie. We're not the same. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like honestly, like I looked at Steve's as like inspiration on a lot of things because I know that he had like a record. He had stuff that he went through that was pretty serious. It seemed like, and he was all right. Like he was still all right. You know what I mean? Like he still was able to try to do things and bounce back. I admired him for that. I give him credit. You know what I mean? Like real talk, I give him his credit, man. I think that he was a pretty cool dude, and I admired his resilience to an extent in his hustle. So I think he was all right, man. You know what I mean? Much love to Steez, but um, I'm just being honest. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you can get through those things and keep going, I mean, it just goes to show me. I mean, I have they can't take my ability to succeed from me. That's my whole point. The system and the red triangles and these people,
Hail
that's what
Sartog.
they want to do. They want me in a situation
We got about 3 minutes left on this.
that I can't, you know, be able to succeed from or I can't get out of. And it's just never going to happen. That's what I'm saying. Like, I haven't made any mistakes. Everything I've said is the truth. Everything I've done is right. And it just goes to show what y'all do is you talk and you say the lies of the devil, and they're all lies. It's nonsense. It doesn't exist. Like I said, I'm doing everything right, man. My job is to stand up to you and defeat you and defeat evil. So it is what it is. So I'll talk to y'all later, man. I appreciate y'all listening, but like I said, man, that's
Like
just
I
what I
said,
would like to do right now. I think it'd be cool. I just want a vacation so bad. I want to go on a trip. I want to go up to San Antonio. I want to go to Fuddruckers. I want to go play video games at the arcade at Dave and Buster's. I mean, I just need to get out, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I can't wait. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I hope that it happens soon somehow. I don't care how it happens. I need money. You know what I mean? So in the meanwhile, if you can donate, please donate. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just super proud of what I've accomplished. And that's the thing. I mean, this is how it has to be done. And it's taken a lot of money to build this and get this far and accomplish this much and be this successful. But I didn't do it off money. I did it off will and power and determination. I did it off my own back and perseverance. So I'm very proud of myself, but the point is, that's just how it works. You got to turn to God and you got to, God has to supply the budget and the money so that this can, I mean, it's going to continue regardless, but so this can evolve and expand to another level. Feel me? And that's just reality. So, like, that's what we're going to look to do. And that's what it's going to be. I don't know what else to tell you. It's not going to change. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell just got me right now. I hope I'll be all right. But yeah, other than that, it is what it is. All right. So much love to everybody, man. Like I said, I just hope that I make it out of all this. And I don't know. That's what I want, man. I just want a chance, man. I just want a chance. I just want an opportunity to be able to start over and just have a chance, man, to rebuild again, man. Because that's the
Is he
thing.
gonna
I already
cry?
did all this. I set it all up. Now I just got to get where I'm in these other cities doing it. I want to do this in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City. They need it. There's a ton of corruption over there, and there's a ton of stuff going
He's
on everywhere. I want to
outside
go to Florida.
wherever he is because you can hear ambient noise in the background. He's outside. Whoops. What shit? I fucked up.
With it. I want to be able to travel and do this. Like that's the thing. At least I'm saying, like in the meanwhile, until
Yeah,
everything
he's
gets
probably in the
figured out. Once
backyard
everything is
again.
figured out, Christina and I are going to be together, and we're going to be traveling together. So, regardless, I want to travel and make money, but I want Christina with me, and I want to make sure she's okay. So, talk to y'all later, man. Much love. Please donate. All right, it'll help me tremendously. All right,
One. Please donate. I don't know. Let's go back to an oldie but goodie, and then we'll get out of here. I don't know if it's a goodie, but $1 dono. We've been here for an hour 15. I'm going to play another song.
In Brownsville, where the bats do fly, lives a Batman with a lonely side. He's searching high and low for a friend like you to share his cape and cowl and maybe something more too. Oh, Brownsville Batman, so brave and so bold. I'll donate $1 if you promise to hold my digits tight and sleep on my couch tonight. $1 worth of love shining bright. He's got gadgets and gizmos galore, but what he really needs is someone to adore. A hero's heart beats strong and true. If I give him $1, will he text me, I love you? Oh, Brownsville Batman, so brave and so bold. I'll donate $1 if you promise to hold my digits tight and slap on my couch tonight. $1 worth of love shining bright. Robin will be jealous, don't you fret. I'll be the hero's sidekick in his bad vacation set. Together we'll fight crime and snuggle up tight. All for just $1, it's a hero's delight. Oh, Brownsville Batman, so brave and so bold. I'll donate $1 if you promise to hold my digits tight and sleep on my couch tonight.
This song's fucking gonna get deleted. You know what? You're getting fucking... You're done now. That's it. You're done. You're deleted. You're out of the fucking mix. It's kind of embarrassing. Anyway, that's all I got. It's late. Gotta go to bed. Go and get it, guys. Appreciate y'all.
I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.